What if I told you this beat-up $5 hand plane can deliver a finish that rivals a $1,000 power planer? It sounds crazy, but it's true. We're on a mission to prove that you don't need a massive budget to create incredible woodworking projects. We're turning garage sale junk into workshop gold. No bank loan required. Stick around to see if these thrifted tools can actually deliver professional-grade results. The hunt began at the crack of dawn, scouring local yard sales and flea markets. You have to look past the rust and grime to see the potential. I was looking for tools with good bones, solid steel, hardwood handles, and simple repairable mechanisms. I hunted for cheap saws with straight plates, beat-up planes with flat soles, and a few odd jigs that looked useful. Found. I tested the mechanisms on the spot, a quick wiggle to check for looseness, a glance down the blade to check for straightness. Tested. And then, the fun part? Negotiation. A little friendly haggling, and the whole lot was mine. The total cost for a foundational set of hand tools? Under $50. Now for the transformation. This is where a little elbow grease pays huge dividends. First, everything gets a deep clean to strip away decades of neglect. For heavy rust, I use a simple vinegar soak, which is cheap and effective. A wire brush gets into the tough spots. Safety first. Always wear gloves and eye protection when dealing with rust and cleaning agents. Next, the most critical step, sharpening. A sharp tool is a safe tool, and it's the secret to a great finish. The plane iron gets honed to a razor's edge. Here's a quick hack. Use a permanent marker on the bevel. When the marker is gone, you know you've created a consistent, sharp edge. For the saw, I used a triangular file to redefine each tooth. It's tedious, but it turns a useless blade into a precision cutter. Finally, I tuned them up. I flattened the plane's sole on sandpaper, reassembled the parts, and gave everything a light coat of paste wax to prevent future rust. Simple fixes, huge payoff. For today's ultimate test, we're tackling a task that supposedly requires a workshop full of expensive gear. Cutting precise, hand-cut dovetail joinery. This joint is a hallmark of fine craftsmanship, demanding accuracy down to a fraction of a millimeter. The wood is a beautiful piece of walnut. I used the thrifted, newly restored tools for every single step. I leaned heavily on technique, letting the tools do the work. Marking out the joints with a sharp marking knife instead of a pencil ensures a clean, crisp line for the saw to follow. I carefully sawed just beside my layout lines, then used the sharp chisels to pare away the waste. Along the way, I had to solve a few hiccups with simple hacks. When one of my pins was slightly too tight, I used the side of my chisel to gently shave 1/1000th of an inch off the surface for a perfect fit. No fancy machine needed, just patience and a steady hand. And the result? A perfect gap-free friction fit. The joints are tight. The surfaces are glass smooth, and the final piece is something to be proud of. The finish from the hand plane is actually superior to what many power planers can produce, leaving a burnished surface that needs minimal sanding. It's easily close enough to challenge, and in some ways, even beat the pricier kit. So, what's the lesson here? It's that skill, patience, and proper tool maintenance often beat sticker shock. This approach is perfect for beginners on a budget, woodworkers in small spaces without room for big machines, or anyone who needs to work quietly. It connects you to the wood in a way that machines just can't. Want to see the full build from start to finish, including a detailed cost breakdown and more restoration tips? Let me know. Like this video, subscribe for more budget woodworking challenges, and drop your all-time best garage sale tool find in the comments below. I'd love to see your scores.